Could Kobe survive Sparta? To answer this, we need to break it down into three categories. A, why Kobe is capable. B, what made Sparta so brutal. And C, how Kobe could realistically survive it. So first, why is Kobe even capable of this? Because throughout his entire career, Kobe built a reputation around discipline, obsession, and mental toughness. And no version represents that better than prime Kobe during the late 2000s. During that stretch, Kobe constantly played through injuries, exhaustion, pressure, and physical punishment while still performing at an elite level. But stats alone don't explain why he'd fit Sparta, because Sparta wasn't built around talent alone. It was built around mentality, discipline, pain tolerance, and complete commitment to improvement. And honestly, that sounds a lot like Kobe Bryant. See, Spartan society was designed to create warriors from childhood. Training was brutal. Weakness was punished. And survival depended on mental toughness just as much as physical ability. Most people couldn't handle that environment, but Kobe constantly thrived in environments built on pressure and competition. And we've seen that throughout his career. Game winners, playoff battles, playing through injuries, moments where everybody else mentally broke, while Kobe became more aggressive. There are stories of Kobe practicing before sunrise while other players were still asleep. Stories of teammates arriving at the gym only to realize Kobe had already finished entire workouts. That level of obsession matters in Sparta, because survival there wasn't about comfort. It was about constant improvement and mental endurance over time. And another reason Kobe fits this environment is adaptability. Throughout his career, Kobe constantly evolved his game depending on the situation around him. When athleticism declined, he improved his footwork. When defenses changed, he adjusted his scoring approach. That ability to adapt would have been critical in Sparta, where survival depended on learning quickly and improving constantly. Now let's move on to Section B. What actually made Sparta so brutal? Sparta wasn't just a powerful military society. It was one of the harshest warrior cultures in history. From a young age, Spartan boys entered intense military training known as the agog. The goal wasn't simply to create strong fighters. It was to create disciplined soldiers capable of surviving extreme conditions. Food was limited, training was exhausting, and weakness was constantly exposed. On top of that, Spartan warfare was incredibly physical. Battles required endurance, coordination, and the ability to stay calm under pressure. Fear could destroy entire formations, and mentally, Sparta demanded total commitment. There was constant pressure to perform, improve, and survive. And unlike modern sports, failure in Sparta had much bigger consequences. Mistakes during battle could destroy entire groups. That level of pressure forced people to either mentally adapt or completely collapse. Now on to Section C. How could Kobe realistically survive this? The first factor is mentality. Kobe's entire career was built around obsession and discipline, and in Sparta, discipline wasn't optional, it was survival. The second factor is competitiveness. Spartan culture revolved around pushing limits and outperforming others. And Kobe was one of the most competitive athletes the NBA has ever seen. We've seen him attack pressure situations his entire career instead of avoiding them. Now, the third factor is pain tolerance. Kobe constantly played through injuries and physical exhaustion during playoff runs, and Spartan life would have demanded exactly that type of mental toughness: long training, physical punishment, and constant exhaustion. Then there's leadership. Throughout his career, Kobe led teams through high-pressure situations while demanding accountability from everyone around him. And in Spartan warfare, leadership and trust inside the group were critical for survival. But probably the biggest factor is adaptation, because mentally Kobe always seemed comfortable sacrificing comfort in order to improve, and Spartan culture was built entirely around sacrifice and improvement. Now, would surviving Sparta still be extremely dangerous? Absolutely. The training alone destroyed most people mentally and physically, and warfare during that period was brutal. But when you compare Spartan values, discipline, toughness, obsession, and competitiveness, with someone whose entire identity was built around those same traits, Kobe would absolutely have a realistic chance of surviving Sparta. And that's why Kobe Bryant could survive Sparta.